Moments ago, we heard from Benjamin Netanyahu, who came out and slammed John Kerry and the Obama administration for abstaining from the vote at the UN Security Council, and they say they have some proof that the U.S. push to get this vote in a move that is really seen as a slap in Israel's face. Ambassador John Bolton just telling us essentially what happened is Obama and his administration stabbed Israel in the front, not even in the back. The son of the late President Ronald Reagan, author of The Lessons My Father Taught Me, he joins me right now with his perspective on all of this. And, you know, Michael, I guess one of the challenging things here is that we have always stood by Israel. Israel has stood by us. We have been a friend to them for so many years. This has always been our policy, to stick up for them. And now it's different, or at least it's different for the next however many weeks.
Yeah, it's different for the next how many weeks. And as I tweeted, you know, this, in fact, probably lit the match to what's going to happen next in the Middle East. And ultimately, this will probably be the legacy of Barack Obama, what next happens in the Middle East. And so I am concerned, and everybody, every American should be concerned with what the administration just did to the state of Israel, who, yes, supports us, and we support them. They have been our friend, and we have been their friend for over 50 years. And to see what happened just in the last few days with the passage of this resolution, and the reality of it is, by the Obama administration not voting, they supported the resolution.
You know, but Israel goes a step further, Michael. They say that they have proof, and some of it, they said, is in an Egyptian paper today. More of it, some of which is classified, will come forward. They want to share this with the Trump administration. They think that this, in fact, was very deliberate on behalf of John Kerry and President Obama. Do you think there might be something there to that?
Absolutely right. You're talking about an administration that sent $350,000 to One Voice to try and, in fact, unelect Netanyahu when he was running just in the last year. So this administration has not been forthright. They have not been honest with the American people on numerous occasions. Benghazi, for example, just go through a list of those areas where they have, in fact, lied to us and lied to the world. So I wouldn't be surprised if, indeed, they did pick up the phone and call Egypt. They did pick up the phone and call other nations, because I don't believe the other nations would have passed the resolution without knowing, first of all, that America was going to stand down when the vote was taken. That's the thing,
right? I mean, how would they have dared to have passed it if they thought the U.S. was going to get in the way? Or if the U.S. was going to refuse this? I mean, they seem to have thought that they had that leeway there. Let me share with you what President Trump is tweeting. He's basically saying that, you know, look, Israel, hang tight. I'm there. I'll be there for you. You know, January 20th is the day, and you get through to then. Doing my best to disregard the many inflammatory President Obama statements and roadblocks. Thought it was going to be a smooth transition, guess not. And then he goes on, of course, to talk specifically about Israel, and he says, you know, hang tight. How different will things be once he's in office, and what's the danger between now and then? Ambassador Bolton expressed his concern between now and then, and it also sounded like Netanyahu's a little bit worried.
I think they should be worried, absolutely worried, with what this president might do in the last waning days of his administration. You're starting to see what a lot of us have seen for a long time, how Barack Obama really feels about different issues that are out there, and he's starting to implement them the best he can by either executive order or by standing down at the United Nations. There's a lot more damage that he can, in fact, do to the world before he leaves on the 20th of January.
Well, you know what? His legacy is going to have to answer for it. Michael Reagan, thank you very much for being here.